Turning our attention now to UDecide 2008, of course, it's Election Day, and voters here in Colorado are at the polls picking the next president at this very moment. The political process, though, can create stress and strife between you and your family members. In a new book called Unite and Concur, local author Meryl Runion helps us figure out how to stop arguing and start communicating about politics. Meryl joins us now live in the studio this morning, and this whole campaign season, I've heard so many stories about mother against son and brother against sister and co-workers against each other. Yes. How can we just stop the bickering and have open communication about what's going on?
Well, today is a transition day, and today is the day where we are shifting not only who's leading our country, but we're shifting how we talk to each other, because things are going to be decided. So today we're all going out together to vote. We may be voting for different people, but the emphasis that I have is that this is something we're doing nationally together, and it's important that we don't lose sight of that, that we don't lose sight of, hey, this is great, I voted, did you, and not get overly focused on the differences today. We've made our decisions. If anybody is undecided, our best communication strategy at this point is to not keep ourselves from rolling our eyes, because
sure,
how could that be at this time?
Okay, so your advice for political communication different than today, that's pretty much your advice when it comes to that, right? The transition period.
Well, the transition period, and it's a very good day for us to take a step back. The way we've been communicating, it's time for us to shift. Now, communication habits are like any other habits. It's easy to carry them on into the future. Now is a day to take a step back, and then tomorrow we can start talking about how to handle the outcome.
Sure. So the do's and don'ts then, when it comes to that, what should we remember?
Well, the first thing I want to say is that we want to be careful not to obsess, because we have been obsessing, and that keeps us from being imbalanced. Yes, this is very important. The things the decisions that are made and then the conversations we have are very important, but we have to keep a balance in our lives. So that's the first one. And then don't argue. Anytime you feel like you're in a contentious conversation, again, take a step back. Know that's your cue. It's time to start listening, because when we listen to each other, then the other people are more able to hear us.
Okay, and so real quickly, because we're running out of time a little bit, let's tackle a couple of the do's. You say tend to business as usual. Kind of treat this as a normal day.
Well, we're emotionally exhausted, and it's important for us to be aware of that. We've been over-focusing on this, and I know a lot of people who are just, their emotions are riding on the polls these days. So if we can take our attention off of that a little bit, we'll have more balance.
Okay, you also encourage people to breathe, and then also have compassion for people that are disappointed in the results, because you know that there are going to be a lot of people that are going to be upset with the way things go tonight.
And it's important that if we are jumping with joy at the result, let's not gloat. That there are going to be some people who are actually their hearts are hurting, and you know, they're sincerely disappointed, so let's not rub it in.
All right, so have compassion.
Have compassion for each other. We're in this together.
We are, definitely, and it's a good way to look at today that we're doing it together as a nation. People have fought for this freedom for us to have. Those are the things we need to remember.
And tomorrow we can talk about what we want to do next.
Yeah, Meryl Runion, local author, thanks so much for coming in. Always great to see you.
It's wonderful to be here.
All righty, we appreciate it.